Hello friend, how are you today? I hope your day is great. Today I will present to you one of my application I built that I call COVID-19 monitoring. And I will explain to you how I built it. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, this is the application I built. Aha, I, I name it COVID-19 update. So as you can see, we have these two menu. One is about latest COVID cases, and the second is about top 10 COVID cases. And as a default, I show the latest COVID cases and in USD. Okay, the first column is about the ranking, the name of country, total case, new cases, etc. And in the bottom, I create a selection. So you can pick which country you want to check the latest COVID-19 cases. I will try to pick Malaysia, and then you push change country button. It's loading. Here we go. So we can see this is Malaysia have this main case and the data for it. And for top 10 COVID case, here we go. Here we go. We have this table that show to us about top 10 case in the country, in the world, who have my highest case of COVID-19. Okay, just two of menu. Okay, next is let me explain to you about how I built this application. Right. So this application have three part. One is about the data, where I get the data it's from. So for the data, I get it from this site. As you can see, it's called worldometers.info/coronavirus. So as you can see, this site is quite complete data for the COVID-19 case. And here we go. There is a table that show to us about the country and then the case in it. So I will show it. So it fast. So there is around 223 country. Is that okay? So I get it from this site using web scraping. I use Laravel Lumen for it. And the second part of this application is about the API. The API, I create the API using Laravel Lumen for it. So I create the web scraping in Laravel Lumen, and I provide the API in Laravel Lumen. So this is one of the API I create. This is for latest COVID data. As you can see, there is USD. There is data for country rank, country name, total case, new case, etc. And this is an API for get the country list that available in this site, as you can see. So if I do this, there is 223 items. It's same with the list, the country in this site. All right. And the last API I built is about top 10 copy case. As you can see, there is a top 10, number 1 until country rank number 1 until country rank number 10. Okay, that is the second part. And in the second part, I built two because it is an API. I need to create an API documentation. I using Swagger for it, so you can see COVID-19 Theta API version 1, and this is the description. And as you can see if so we can have this variable country name. I will copy it and write in here. Let us copy data. Maybe I will change the data for Malaysia. Right. Wait a second. Okay, here we go. There's the data, the latest data of COVID-19 in Malaysia. All right, it's work. And we have 3, like the example I said before. I showed you before. Okay, and the last part, of course, about the how I show the data from API in application. This application, for this application, I use Vuejs for it, and for the style, I use a CSS framework called TailwindCSS. Okay, for the first part about web scraping, I will explain to you how I do it. Like, here's the site I will scrape from the data. So the first thing I do is check out the website and try to find where I can get the data I want. Okay, so we want build 3 API from it. One is about we get the list of the countries in it, and the second is about we get the latest COVID-19 case in this, and then we want to get the top 10 data COVID-19 case in the world. Okay, so we will explore it first. Okay, so we back to the top. All right, after we look at this website, we can see we can get the data from this table. Like you can get the country list from it, like from this table. In the second column, there is a list of the country, and of course the latest data from it we can get from this table too. And for top 10 data, we can get it from table. Okay, let's for the first thing we will try to find how to get the country list from it, right? So we must get data from this table. We get just the second column. Let's inspect it. All right. All right. This USA, and I think there is something strange here because Okay, I think there is 3 hidden element in it. So we will try to find how to get the query, the the expect query for it. Forget it. Okay, so the table have ID main table context today. I I think we can use it. And then okay, I think we will ignore some of the row that have class total row word. Okay, for check the expat query, I will use this very helpful plugins in Chrome called expat helper. Okay, so we can put the query in here. So the first is let's get let's build the query how to get the table. All right, slash table, and maybe because it's have the table ID, what's the ID before main table context today. I will copy it, right? As you can see, there is the result in it, and I think we get the table we want to get. All right, and the second is let's we don't want to we want to ignore the t hat here, so let's just get this t body. All right, t body slash, all right, and then maybe tr. Okay, so as you can see, there is a change in the color. It's changed to, I think it's like orange here, right? So we get all the data in it, but we just need the list of the country here. So we will put this query here and get this the second column. All right, here we go. There's the list we get. I think I will copy it and show you using VS Code, a new file. Okay, here we go. As you can see, there is some with, I don't know, it's not a country like world Asia. It's not a country, it is a continent. I think it's a header here, and in there is some blank rows. Okay, and there is a total. I think we don't need it, so we will create a query to ignore it. Right, let's back to our browser. Okay, here we go. I think we don't need the tr with total row with class total row word. Let's ignore it in our query here. All right, so we put it here because it's not contains, because there is the class is not church total word class. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's copy it again, the result, and solve it with SQL. Let's start from bottom, start from top. All right, USA, India, Brazil, UK, Russia, Turkey, and then all right, there is still total, and I think all the we get all the country because it's 223. It's all because the countries in here is 223. All right, let's check it out in the bottom of the total structure. Okay, here we go. Oh, there they have many table here, and then all right. Oh, what we have here. All right, I think the total row have this class total row, so we will ignore it. All right, and not contains add class. Okay, here we go. Let's copy it again. I think it's correct thing. Here we go. We get all the context is here, and I think all the query we can use this query for get the data for top 10 and the latest. We just maybe for the top 10 we just delete a filter for just a second column, and then maybe we will limit the data will show in our API just 10 data, and for the latest we will find the country with the same name with the selection the user pick. All right, so we will move to how to create a web scraping using Laravel Lumen. So as you can see, I have created this application. We have this COVID-19 API is for our API and web scraping, and COVID-19 foo is for foo, and maybe I will talk about Docker later. Okay. All right, let's start from COVID-19 API. So the start we will look at is about this web.php. As you can see, we have this two. Oh no, we have this three API. We will ignore these two because we not use it in this case. So here we go. So let's let this copy data. As if you see the link here, here we go. Let us copy data and get countries and top 10 got with case. So yeah, we have three API here, and let's check it out the code for it. All right, okay, here we go. Apps http controllers copy data controller, and then okay, apps http controller copy data controller. There you go. Okay, let's start from top. Let's ignore the comment first. I will explain it later. So let's focus on the function. Like we have this first is let us copy data, and then the top 10 copied case, and then this get countries. So as you can see, we have this three public function, and we have these two private function. Okay, let's start from get countries first. Get countries, as you can see from the script. In the script, we start from get web page. Of course, it's literally you can know what it's for. So we get the HTML data from the site, this URL. Let's check it out what URL we got. So here we go. We get data from www.worldometers.info coronavirus, and then put it in DOM document here, and then we init the DOM expat for so we can query the HTML we kept from website, so we can do the web scraping lines, right? So here we go. As you can see, this is our query from before, right? And we just get the second item. Okay, this is one because the first item is start from 0, and after we get all the country list, we sort it using this function scanning data, so it start from A, not start from the first data. All right. And maybe the second function I will explain to you is about latest copy data. Okay, so first we um we find, no, it's not fine, we read what countries which country the user want to show. And as you can see, if we have this request has country name, so it's a request input country name, and if the user don't input the country name, it will default with USA here. So it's same with before. We created document and expat, and here we go. It's the same query here, and the difference is this. So we try to find the node that have the country that user input here, requested here, and then show the data for it, and it will return the data, right? And the last is about top 10 COVID case. Here it's still same with we still same structure here, like get countries. So the query is still same, the difference is here. So we just limit the data just for Spulu, or just for tens data. Right? Okay, here we go, and it will. And all right, that's all for API. And for Swagger documentation, we'll first let's look at Swagger documentation. Okay, here we go. As you can see, we start with the Swagger have this default themes. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think it's enough for API documentation. And what we have to do is just create the content. We don't have to thinking about the themes or the color. This Swagger have it all. So let's start from this, where we put this content. Here we go. I put it in controller here. Here we go. As you can see, there is /info with title COVID-19 data API, and it's same with the title of the Swagger here, and then the version here 1.0, and then the description. All right, here, as you can see. And about the contact developer, you can see it's will link you to my email. It's here. All right. So it's in the description here. Let's move to this COVID data and master data API. Okay, I put the line here, trigger or trigger. As you can see, I put it in the top of the function I built. So when I change the function, I need to change the description or other. I will not really find it in another file, so it's always in the top of the function. All right, as you can see, the first is let us copy data, and then let's copy that, and this is the text for the API we built. Right, so all is, as you can see, there's a parameters, there's a response. You can see it all here. Right, it's same, right? The parameter country name, and there's the description here, and the difference is here about I use a property here because I use this response here in here too. So rather than I do the redundant thing, I put it in property. So where is the property? Here is the property. There's country rank, country name with example, USA, total case, and etc. Let's see, one USA total case, right? So because of the API latest COVID data and top 10 COVID case with the same text, so we can put the API in same list. Okay, let's move to get countries here. So we have these different tags, master data. So here we go. There is master data, and I think it's almost same like before. I think it's all for API, my API and web scraping. Let's move to the front end application here. Let's move to this, how I create it. Right, for this application, front end application, I use Vuejs for it and CSS framework called TailwindCSS. Let's see the project. Let's see the project here. So we have this COVID-19 foo. All right. So where the code is here. Okay, here we go. There is the code for, yeah, it's same with the menu latest COVID case. All right, so we have this country rank, country name, total case, as you can see, country rank, country name, total case, and extra here, and we have this select tag here, so we can show the user how many country they can pick. And here is the button, right? Change country, right? And as you can see, we use Axios for consume the API we have built before, and this plugin is for change the number of the data, so it can have this comma here, because it's quite hard if there is no comma here. How many is it? We must uh, look at it more closely, so we know how many is it. So if we put the comma here, it's more easy to see, right? Okay, so that is for the plugin we use, Axios and Umbrella, and there is the code for um, this application. First is about get the countries list. So we will consume the this API, as you can see, get countries. So we will consume localhost 8080 with 8080 port, and then get countries. And the response, we will put the response to the this list country case. Let's see, countries. Here we go. We put it in the countries variable, and the second is we create this function to get COVID latest data. So after the user pick the countries, the application will get the data from this API. So it will find the countries the user requested. Okay, here we go. Country name, and put the country rank here, and then the country name here, and etc. All right, that's for a latest COVID case, and then let's move out to top 10 COVID cases. Here we go. Let's see the code for it. All right, you can see we create first is the title, and then we create the table here, and we put the data we requested from API here. So it's same with what we import, the plugin we used before, Axios and Numeral. And then here we go. We create this function here. It will get data from this top 10 COVID case. Top 10 COVID case. It will consume this API, and it will sort here. So the data here, as you can see here, like all right. I think that's all for the application I built, but we still have one part. It is a bonus part. I think it's optional. We can use this what they call Docker. All right, what is Docker? Imagine like this: if okay, you create an application in your local machine and it works smoothly, and then you put the application in your server, and sometimes it's not work. Why? Because the environment, it's different from your local machine and your server. there is also dependencies, there is maybe because of the US, the OS, the operating system is different, so it needs like we need to balance. I think we must make same if we want or what we built in local machine working and in our server working, we must have the same environment. So Docker here to Docker can um, help you to have this environment, same environment with your server. So when you build application in your local machine, you can have this same environment with your server. Okay. In this case, I create this two Docker image for it. As you can see, here you can find Docker file. This is a Docker configuration for my COVID-19 API. As you can see, I use Alpine 3.13 here, and then I set up some environment, some plugin we need in the server so our application can run smoothly. Right here, this is for Laravel Lumen, and this is for our code we need here. We need it, and this is for trigger to run smoothly, and this is for composer, and this is we install composer for with it, and then copy the src. As you can see, no, this we copy all of the folder here into folder rc in the Docker in the image. So last is we run composer update. Right, this is Docker file for COVID-19 API, and this is Docker file for foo for the front end project. Here we go. As you can see, I use this node lts Alpine. Oh, right. Where we can pick it, why we pick it, like and how to know which one we want to use. Maybe I will back to this Docker file. So what is where is Alpine 3.13 detail? We can get, where is it? We can get it, the information in here, hub.docker.com. Right, so next is you copy this Alpine. All right, here we go. So when you point from instruct, write the instruction in Docker here from, you will get it take it from hub.docker.com, and then you will find this Alpine, and this tag is called tag. So where we find it is tag here, and we put 3.13. Here we go. We use this. All right, so we use this, and we run some command we need to do here, right? So for the COVID-19 foo, I use this node. Let's see, and then LTS outpin node first, and let's see the text here. I think it's latest. Right, here we go. We use this spec, and it's same with before. We need the comment we need to execute, we put it here, and this is for build stage and this is for production stage. All right, so we have this two Docker file. If we build the Docker image from this Docker file, it's fine, it will work. But I think we will use one of the Docker function. We will use Docker compose here. So when we build it, we will have this one group of Docker, and then we have this, with one command of Docker build, we can have this, we will execute these two image at the same time, and it's ready to use. Here we go. I will show you in Docker. All right, here is the image we built. This to COVID-19 API, COVID-19 foo here, COVID-19 API, COVID-19 foo, and in the containers, as you can see, it will have two. So COVID Docker with two container, two child container. Okay, I think it's all for me. And if you want to know the details how I create this application, I will put the links in the description. So my article in medium.com about how I create this application. So that's all. Thank you for your time, friends. Have a nice day.